Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the class on statistics. And in today class, we're gonna discuss the concept of probability, which we already started in the last class. So last class, I gave you brief idea about the concept of probability, and in today class, I'll just do the continuation of the concept what we have discussed. Okay, so we have discussed till now what probability is all about, what is the mathematical formula of the probability, and after the mathematical formula of probability, we talked about the coin problem. Okay, we have discussed about the coin problem. Okay, so we discussed about the coin problem, and at the same time, we were talking about dice problem, guys. So remember, guys, so whenever we talk about probability, the formula of probability is basically, when we say probability, the formula of probability is favorable outcome divided by the total outcome. This is the formula of probability, that is favorable outcome divided by the total outcome, which is your formula of probability. Favorable outcome divided by the total outcome. Okay, so when we talk about the total outcome is sum total of favorable plus unfavorable. So in case of probability, we need the denominator. So in case of dice, guys, you can remember, in case of dice, the total outcome, in case of dice, you can remember the total outcome is, it follows the formula called 6 to the power n. While in case of coin, you can remember the total outcome will be equal to, in case of coin, the total outcome will be equal to 2 to the power n. So in case of dice, the total outcome formula would be 6 to the power n, while in case of coin, the total outcome formula will be 2 to the power n. So please remember, if you have one dice, then your total outcome will be 6. If you have two dice, then your total outcome will be 36. If you have three dice, then total outcome will be 216. If you have four dice, then the total outcome will be 1296. So I hope you're understanding. So similarly, in the case of coin also, I explained you the concept of coin. Whenever we talk about coin also, similar logic you can follow. One coin, so two outcome. Two coin, you have four outcomes. You have three coins, so you'll have eight outcome. If you have four coins, you will have 16 outcome. You have five coin, you have 32 outcome. So please keep this in your mind. So denominator part, whenever you solve the problems on probability, denominator part will be done if you follow this logic. Clear, right, everyone? So this part, I think, is being cleared for all of you. So whenever we talk about probability, the formula for the total outcome, that part is clear for all of you. That part is clear. Okay, so even when you talk about dice, when you talk about coin, the total outcome logic is clear, I believe, for all of you. Similarly, guys, you can remember, if I ask you the question, in case of dice, one dice, everyone understand. If I ask you two dice question, so if I ask you this question, what is the probability? What is the probability to get? What is the probability to get? What is the probability to get a sum of seven? A probability to get a sum of seven. What is the probability to get a sum of seven when two dice are rolled together? When two dices are rolled together. When two dices are rolled together. When two dices are rolled together. When the two dices are rolled together, what is the probability to get the sum of seven? So when the two dices are rolled together, what is the probability to get a sum of seven when two dices are rolled together? This is the question. So anyone, how will you do this question? Anyone, what would be the answer? If you have two dice rolled together, anyone? 6 by 36. Okay, correct answer. Why 6 by 36? Anyone? What is the reason? All outcomes will you get? 6 by 36, what all the outcomes you will get? 6 by 36, what all outcomes will you get, guys? That is correct. 6 by 36 is the answer. So if I talk about the outcomes, what all outcomes will you get? Anyone? So the sum of 7 I want. When two dice are rolled together, it can be 1 comma 6, 6 comma 1. It can be 1 comma 6, 6 comma 1. It can be 2 comma 5, and it can be 5 comma 2. Then it can be 3 comma 4, 4 comma 3. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, then this many outcomes. So these are your favorable outcome. Your favorable outcome is 6, and your total your total outcome, you're getting it. Your total outcome will be 36. So your probability will be 6 by 36 or 1 by 6. Clear, everyone? So I hope you people are understanding. If you want, I'll tell you the shortcut formula. If you want, I'll tell you the shortcut formula. You can remember the shortcut formula. Then when you are rolling dice, uh, whenever you roll dice, two dice problem I'm telling you, sum on two dice. If I ask you sum on two dice problem, sum on two dice problem, if you are trying to do, okay, so the minimum sum you'll get is 2, you will get 3, or you get 4, or you get 5, or you get 6, or it can be 7, or it can be 8, it can be 9, it can be 10, it can be 11, it can be 12, sum on two dice. Okay, so these are the sum. I hope this black color, whatever I have written, these are the sum values, the sum on two dice. Okay, if I talk about favorable outcome, so the sum, guys, so 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 when we talk about the sum on two dice, guys, the sum what you can get whenever you roll two dice, you the sum can be some minimum, the sum value will be. Is I'm audible, guys? Can you hear me? Is I'm audible? What about others? Tarannum not able to hear me properly. Is it coming low or something? Is it coming very less? Afra, can others please reply? Are you able to hear me properly, everyone? Everyone, are you able to hear me? Okay. So tomorrow, when you are solving problem on sum on two dice, you may get a question where the sum would be minimum of two. 2 means when you get 2 you will get 1 comma 1, and it can be 6 comma 6 means 12. I hope you all are getting, no? Sum 3, when you get sum 3, 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1. Any other way? No, right? Any other way is there to get the sum 3? No, right? Sum 4, how many ways you can get to sum 4? 1 comma 3, 3 comma 1, 2 comma 2. Sum 5, how many ways can you get? 1 comma 4, 4 comma 1, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 2. I hope you people are understanding, right? So I'll tell you the shortcut, guys. Total outcome, total outcome will be 6 to the power n. Here in this case, the total outcome will be 36. I don't think anybody will have doubt on total outcome. Talking about the favorable outcome, guys, remember the shortcut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the shortcut. So tomorrow, if you get any sum problem, if I ask you what is the probability to get sum of 9, what is the probability to get sum of 9 when 2 dice are rolled? When 2 dice are rolled, what is the probability to get sum of 9? Sum of 9 means favorable outcome is 4. So the answer will be 4 by 36 or 1 by 9. I hope you people are getting this. So this is the shortcut formula you can remember. Tomorrow, whenever you're solving problems on aptitude, problems on statistics, where the probability chapter is gonna come. So from the probability chapter, whenever we are trying to solve the numericals based on probability chapter, if we get a numerical based on dice, and with dice you will get 2 dice, we'll get 2 dice problem, 3 dice problem. So solving that 2 dice, 3 dice will not be tough job for you. You can easily do that. Clear, everyone? Anyone have any doubt? So sum of 9, how will you get sum of 9? Sum of 9, how will I get? Sum of 9, how will I get? 3 comma 6, 6 comma 3, 4 comma 5, 5 comma 4. So why you want to waste your time thinking about those 4 outcomes? This is a shortcut. Remember this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Clear, everyone? Clear, everyone? Anyone have any doubt? Others? Dhruti, are you getting? Vinay, Pavan, Prajwal, Tarannum, Bibi, Hajira, any doubt? If you want, I'll tell you sum on 3 dice problem also. The shortcut formula on sum on 3 dice. I really don't know how many of you are interested for that. So it's okay. We'll go ahead with. Okay. So I hope you people are getting it. Okay. So probability is very important topic, guys. In competitive exams, lot of questions come from the topic probability. Okay. Then when we talk about problem on dice, the problem on dice already we discussed: 2 dice, 3 dice, 4 dice. Shortcuts are there. If you become that, as the time will progress and you people will start getting more and more interest in statistics, I will teach you more shortcuts, more 4 dice, 5 dice problem very easily. We can do it very easily. So there's no point of dragging too much on this, because right now you people are too young to get into difficult part on probabilities. We'll discuss that again in second PU. When we have probability, we'll discuss that. Now we'll talk about problem on cards. So when we talk about problem on cards, so when we talk about problem on cards, so cards, I think everyone knows. You must be playing cards. You must have played card. So there are 52 playing cards are there, and question comes in competitive exam from cards. So there are 52 playing cards are there. There are 52 playing cards are there. These 52 playing cards, they can be 26 cards which are red in color, 26 cards which are red in color. You have 26 cards which are black in color. So you have 52 cards. 26 cards are red in color, 26 cards are black in color. Okay, so these black cards belong to two different symbols. You have 13 card with a symbol, that symbols are called suit. So you have another 13 card with another symbol. Those suits, those symbols are either spade or those symbols are called club. So the symbols are spade, club. Again, in red card, you have 13 card. You have 13 cards. So in red card, you have 13 card with a symbol. Those symbol you call as heart. Similarly, you have 13 card in red with a symbol called diamond. So the symbols are there, some identity, some those symbols are there. We call those symbols are as a suit, SUIT. So the suit can be diamond, the suit can be diamond, it can be hurt, the suit can be diamond, it can be hurt, it can be spade, or it can be club. Okay, these four suits are there. So you have 13 black card of suit club. You have 13 black card of suit spade. You have 13 black card of suit heart. You have 13 black card of suit called diamond. Okay, so when we talk about these 13 card arrangement, guys, so you have 13, 13, 13, you have total 52 cards. So you have 13 cards in each suit. In this 13 cards, you have 9 numbered cards. In this 13 cards, you have 9 numbered cards. You have 9 cards which are numbered cards. You have 9 numbered cards and you have 4 honored cards. You have 9 numbered cards and you have 4 honored cards. You have 9 numbered cards and you have 4 honored cards. So when you talk about this honored card, this honored card, so this honored cards, when you talk about these honor cards, they can be either king, okay, they can be king, or they can be queen, okay, so they can be jack, okay, or they can be ace. So these are the 13 honored cards. So they can be king or queen or jack or ace. 9 numbered card, when we talk about, you have number from 2 to 10. So you have numbers from 2 to 10. Okay, that how you have 9 number card: 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Anyone, any doubt? Anyone, any doubt? So you can solve the question very easily. Okay, so some basic questions. I'll not talk about difficult problem which require the concept of PNC and all. So you can solve basic problem that a card is drawn. Card is drawn randomly. A card is drawn randomly. A card is drawn randomly from well shuffled from well shuffled pack of playing cards. A card is drawn randomly from well shuffled pack of playing cards. Card is drawn randomly from well shuffled pack of playing cards. Okay. So what is the probability? What is the probability? A card is drawn randomly from well shuffled pack of playing cards. What is the probability that it is red in color, what is the probability that it is red in color? What is the probability that it is red in color or king? Can you try this question, guys? A card is drawn randomly from well shuffled pack of playing cards. What is the probability that it is red in color or king? 26 by 52, wrong answer. Probability value is never more than 1. Always remember that part. So, guys, you have to understand a little bit of knowledge of Venn diagram is required. A little bit knowledge of Venn diagram is required to solve the problem. You know that, right? So, if you say a card is red in color, so how many cards are red in color? 26 cards are red in color, right? Okay, and then suppose all the red cards are represented by this diagram, Venn diagram. Okay, then suppose king. Suppose all the kings are represented by this. Okay, this Venn diagram, this circular diagram, which we call the Venn diagram. So of you have king of spade. You have king of spade. You have king of club. Okay, you have king of diamond. Okay, and you have king of spade, club, king of diamond, and king of heart. And when you talk about red cards, we have 26 red cards. Okay, you know that 26 red cards. Okay, total 52 cards are there. 26 are red in color. 26 are black in color. So 26 red cards are like that. You have 13 cards which are heart, and you have 13 cards which are diamond. I hope you are understanding. Okay. So like I hope you are getting me. So these two sets are there. These we call them as set. I hope you understand what is set. Set is a collection of well-defined objects. So I have two sets where 26. There's a set which is consisting of 26 elements which represent all the red cards, and there's another set of four elements which represent four cards like king of spade, king of club, king of diamond, and king of heart. Clear, everyone? So what happens, guys? What happens? Uh, Here we need to remember few symbols: union symbol, intersection symbols, and all. So n of A union B, n of A union B is equal to n of A plus n of B minus n of A intersection B. Okay, then you should know the meaning of the symbol. So this symbols. So what do you mean by this n of one? So n of A union B plus n of intersection A not happening, intersection of B not happening is equal to 1. So you need to understand the symbol, guys. So complementary, all that you need to understand. Uh, the symbols, the meaning of the symbol. A means What do you mean by A? So A means the number A. If I say n of A, means all the events which are included in the set A. N of A means all the events which are included in the set A. Okay, A dash. So this is De Morgan's law. A dash. So it's like all the elements universal set minus the all the elements which belong to A. So means A dash means complementary of A. It means you need to talk about apart from this set, apart from this universe, you need to talk about remaining elements which are not the part of A. I hope you guys are getting me. So the same logic you can use in probability also. The same logic here. This is universal, not one. In probability, it would be universal. The same logic if we use in probability, you'll say probability of A union B is equal to probability of A. Probability of A union B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B can be. So probability of A union B plus probability of A not happening intersection of B not happening, that is equal to 1. Any doubt, anyone? So this part I think you people can understand. In case if you still have doubt on this, so what is basically A union B, guys? So suppose two sets are there. So there's a set A, there's a set B. So two sets are there. So this is A and B. There are two sets are there, A and B. Okay, so set A basically means when I'm saying set A basically means all the element of this set. This is set A, guys. When you say set A, guys, if you are talking about set A, guys, if you're talking set A, so this set A basically it talks about if such elements which belong to A but not belong to B, which is A minus B, plus it include those element those set of elements which belong to both A and B. That is called intersection. That is called intersection. This is called intersection. So intersection basically, when we say intersection, intersection basically means when we say intersection, intersection basically means when we say intersection, intersection basically means uh, the intersection basically means the set of two elements which is common between both. So this is intersection. Union, what do you mean by union? Union is sum total of everything which is including this. This is A union B. This is A union B. So this is A union B. What you see, this is A union B. What you see, this is A union B. Okay, so now when you see the set of A, when I say set A, the set A includes the such elements that when you say set A, when you say set A, it includes all that element which belong to A but does not belong to B, plus all the elements which are the part of A and B, common element between A and B. So you should understand this. So here, guys, when you talk about the problem, coming back to the problem, that a card is drawn from well shuffled pack of playing card. What is the probability it is red in color or king? So red in color. So how many cards are red in color? How many cards are red in color? 26 cards are red in color. Then when you talk about king, so how many cards are king? The four cards are king. So how many cards are red in color? If I ask you how many cards are red in color, so how many cards are red in color? So how many cards are red in color? So red in color, you have total 26 cards which are red in color. And when you talk about king, how many cards are king? There are four cards are king. Clear everyone? The four cards are king. So when we talk about when we talk about this, when we talk about this, the common element between the two set. So the common element between the two set. So you need to think that that the king, the four king, what you have. So is like, is there any card which is king and red both? Yes or no? So is there any card which is king also and red also? Yes, there are two cards are there which is king, which is also king, which is also red. So if two cards are there which is both king and red, then there would be two cards which is king but which is not red. What are those cards? Spade king and club king. So is there any card which are red but not king? Yeah. So you have 24 cards. So you know that the total outcome is 52. Total 52 cards are there. What is your favorable outcome? 24 plus 2 plus 2. That would be 28. So that this will be equal to 7 by 30. So the answer for this problem would be 7 by 30. Anyone, any doubt? Clear everyone? Anyone, any doubt? I hope you people are understanding. So all understood, right? So card problem and all. So you're clear with the concept of cards. Fine, right? Now, if you get some kind of questions like this, so if I give you show that the following distribution represent a discrete probability distribution. So discrete, so that if I ask you some data like this, if I ask you so that the following distribution represent a discrete probability distribution. So when we talk about this probability distribution, then the sum total, the to prove to prove the series of distribution, to prove that the series of distribution follow discrete to this follow series of distribution follow probability distribution. So probability distribution is basically based on binomial or Poisson distribution. So they are always discrete only. So three things we are studying here: normal, binomial, Poisson. Normal is a continuous distribution pattern, while binomial and Poisson are discrete distribution pattern. To prove that the series of distribution follow to prove that the series of distribution follow probability distribution pattern to follow it follow probability distribution pattern. So for that, what we need to prove, we need to prove that what we need to prove that we need to prove that individual probability values what are given, that should be less than one, that should be less than one. Okay, the individual probability value should be less than one, and then the sum of total probability, it should be equal to one. So it's 1 by 8 plus 3 by 8 plus 1 by 8 plus 1 by 8. You can see the total sum of probability, this should be equal to, this is 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 6 by 8. This is not 8 by 8. It is supposed to be 8 by 8. So So this if this is not 8 by 8, that means it does not follow a probability distribution. So this series of data, it does not follow probability distribution. It is not a, because the sum total of probability whenever we do whatever the discrete distribution pattern, whatever the probability values what we get, the sum should be equal to 1. If the sum is not equal to 1, means it is not following a probability distribution pattern. Okay, everyone. You're getting it right. So here, if we have this question, if I ask you show that the following distribution pattern represent discrete, so find the mean and variance of this data. Imagine if I have to find the mean and the variance of this data. So mean and variance. So the individual values, if you see the individual value, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40, and then probability value, if you see it is 1 by 8, 3 by 8, 1 by 8, 3 by 8, then you can see this is 1 by 8, 1 by 8, 1 by 8. So wait, let me make it 3 by 8 and then 1 by 8, so that the sum of the probability to become equal to 1. Okay, so how to find the mean? For the mean, multiply the individual x value with the probability value. So this will be 10 by 8, this will be 60 by 8, this will be 90 by 8, this will be 40 by 8. The sum of mean into p of xi. So this is 90, 10, 100, 160, 200 by 8, 200 by 8, that is equal to 25. So the mean of distribution, so the formula of mean, whenever you have discrete probability distribution, that is sum of xi into p of xi, that is equal to 25. Now find the square of xi. This is 100, this is 400, this is 900, this is 1600. Do the square of the xi to find the variance. Multiply the probability with the square of xi. Multiply the probability with the square of xi. So this is 100 by 8. Then this is 1200 by 8. Okay, this is 2700 by 8. And this is 1600 by 8. So the sum of x square into pi, this will be equal to this will be equal to 1600 plus 1200 plus 2700. So 15, 1 carry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5600 by 8, 5600 by 8, this is equal to 700. So once you get this, now you can find the variance. Variance of this is equal to summation of x square into pxi into summation of pi into xi whole square. With this, we can find the variance. This is 700 minus the mean. This is pi into xi is 25. So this is 25 whole square. So this is 700 minus 625. So the variance is equal to 75. So the mean was 75 and the variance is 75. Clear, everyone? Anyone, any doubt? So if you want, I'll send you this question. You can solve these questions by yourself. If you want, I'll discuss more questions based on this probability distribution. We can do that. We'll discuss one or two questions more tomorrow to make you understand this. Anyone, any doubt? Any question you want to ask from me? Whatever I've done so far. So the basic simple, if your probability distribution is given to you, then your mean formula is basically sum of pi into xi, and your variance formula is basically sum of x square into pxi into minus sum of pxi. Okay, guys, any doubt, anyone? So can you try this couple of numericals like this? This binomial and all, no need to try. This I'll teach you in this semester, in this PU second, I'll teach you basics and all. If you want, take a photo of these questions. You try them. Ask me if you have any doubt tomorrow.